Good afternoon, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. On September 24, 2024, later in the afternoon, I had to ask this question of Chat Gpt AI because I was curious because I have found very bizarre implants located in various unusual places of my body. Of course, what I do is I pick them out, which I cause more problems for myself probably, and then they come back and redo it. So my question was, before I get started, please remember to hit the thumbs up. It helps the channel grow, get the message out there. My name is Lorraine. For all the newcomers, I grew up in New York City, in the Bronx, lived in New York City, moved to New Jersey, 52 Sutton Drive, Manalapan, New Jersey, a home I lived in for 30 years as original owner. I became targeted there sometime between 2009, 2012, and then by 2015, flat out, the Manalapan, New Jersey Police Department were on my butt, like white on rice, pulling me over for fake traffic stops, breaking into my home with the local neighbors that they implanted there, you know, those paid for hire citizen informants that move into your home. They give them breaks and stuff. And then they tormented me for years through real estate mobbing, destroying my home, my pets. And this is a miniature oil painting by Claudio. He is absolutely fantastic. I have been fortunate enough to buy a few of his little mini paintings, but they can go for a lot of money. Like, I'll bid on them and then somebody just comes along and, you know, pays $80 for it or something. But every once in a while, nobody else is bidding and I'll get it at a decent price, and it's just beautiful. This is called Maine Coon. Let's see if you can see it a little bit better here. It is just so pretty. And it looks a lot like my cat Cinnamon, the one who was tortured through directed energy weapons on December 10, 2018 in Manalapan, New Jersey. But anyway, the question is, where are the likely locations on the human body that a person is covertly implanted? Now, you have to understand, when you ask ChatGPT these questions, sometimes they'll go into the whole conspiracy thing, but then they give you the facts, okay? So I asked, where are the likely locations on the human body that a person would be covertly implanted? Covert implants, particularly in the context of conspiracy theories, which are not a theory, it's a fact, or speculative science, are often thought to be placed in locations on the body that are less detectable. While there's no confirmed scientific basis for the idea of human implanting for nefarious purposes, cough, cough, here are some locations commonly mentioned. Okay, number one, behind the ear. The area is often cited due to its proximity to the brain and its relative obscurity, making it a potential place for tiny implants. Would you like to see mine? This is what they did to me. January 7, 2024. Yeah, nice job, good job, good job. Undetectable, please. They're sloppy as hell around here. That's why they're going to be caught, these people, for doing stuff like this. Oh, and this is not the first time. Then they came back again in March. They did a little bit of a better job in March, and then they did it again recently. So evidently, between my detox baths and my picking at it and scraping at it, whatever it is that they're doing, loosens or disappears, whatever. So number one is behind the ear. Number two, the base of the skull and neck. This area is thought to provide access to the spinal cord and nervous system, which might be considered for control or monitoring purposes. Then there are the hands and wrists. The webbing between the fingers or within the wrist area is often speculated due to its nerve density and accessibility for scanning. Yeah, they did one to me right here. In between my pinky and ring finger. Right here. It's not the first time either. It's only in Kentucky, though. These people are sick here. Number 4, the upper arm. Implants in the muscle of the upper arm are sometimes suggested because it's easy to hide small devices within the soft tissue. Number 5, the sinus cavity or nose. Some theories suggest implants are placed inside the nasal cavity, accessible through the nostrils and potentially close to neural pathways. But I will attest to the fact that they also place it on the outside of the bridge of your nose. Number 6, the thigh or the buttock. Larger implants could be theoretically placed in the fatty tissue where they might be less noticeable and unlikely to cause discomfort. And Chat GPT says, again, this is more in the realm of speculative thinking, and there is no medically validated practice or evidence of such covert implanting. In some cases, people might be referring to medical devices like pacemakers or insulin pumps, which are legitimately implanted. Okay, so I'm going to show you again. 1, 2, 3. 3 Mason losers. Let's see if I can scroll. Show you again. This one's actually a little bit better picture. Look at that. It hurt like hell. Oh, and just as an FYI, this is Rex. You know, my cat Rex that they unalived. Just saying. But anyway, now, I'm going to say that there are other places that these criminals implants. They'll use your ankles, your knees, the tops of your knees, on the top of your head. So then I asked Chat GPT, well, you know, now that we're on the conspiracy theory, which it is not. Maybe it's a conspiracy, but it's not a theory, it's a fact. So I said, what person or organizations of the military engage in covertly implanting people? Like, and who manufactures the implants and who buys them? This is the response. The idea of covertly implanting people is often discussed in the context of conspiracy theories and speculative fiction rather than verifiable documented reality. Claims about secret implants typically revolve around narratives of government surveillance, military control, extraterrestrial activity, or mind control. However, and this is BS, no credible evidence-backed sources exist to confirm the existence of systemic use of covert implants for nefarious purposes by organizations. That said, there are a few areas where implants are openly developed and used, which could be the basis for such speculation. 1. Medical devices. What organizations? There would be hospitals, biotech companies, and research institutions. The manufacturers would be companies like Medtronic, Abbott, Boston Scientific, and other biomedical device manufacturers. The uses would be the medical implants are such pacemakers, cochlear implants, neurostimulators, and insulin pumps are developed and used for legitimate medical reasons. These devices are often regulated by government health authorities, for example, the FDA in the United States. Then there's number 2. RFID, radio frequency identification implants. The organizations would be some tech companies and private businesses have explored RFID chip implantation for identity verification, security, and workforce management. There are a few niche companies that provide these technologies for voluntary use. Some of the manufacturers are Biohacks International, Dangerous Things for DIY Biohacking, and others. I never knew that. Thank you, Chat GPT. Dangerous Things for DIY Biohacking. And the uses: these chips, when voluntarily implanted, can store information for tasks like unlocking doors or accessing digital systems. They're often used for convenience and are not covert. Number 3, the military and intelligence speculation. It's not speculation. How about the military industrial complex and the intelligence agencies? Okay, so the organizations would be speculative discussions often mention agencies like the CIA, the NSA, and DARPA, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, and potentially involved in advanced surveillance technologies. It's not potentially. They are involved in advanced surveillance technologies. The manufacturers in these narratives, private defense contractors like Lockheed Martin, Raytheon, etc., are speculated. No, it's not speculated. They are involved. They are definitively involved in developing covert technologies. And then it says here, though no evidence of covert implanting exists. That's a crock of BS. Okay? So let's start over again. Private defense contractors like Lockheed Martin and Raytheon are involved in developing covert technologies, including covert implanting devices. Okay? Now the claims are, some theories suggest that military or intelligence agencies may experiment with mind control or tracking implants, though there is no confirmed evidence supporting this. ChatGPT, you need to watch Dr. James Giordano, please. Yes, you know, he prances across the stage and talks about how easy it is to hack the brain. And what about Elon Musk and Neuralink? Come on, somebody needs to update ChatGPT. I think it's several years behind the times. Sorry, folks. I think we need to update ChatGPT. Number 4, there's extraterrestrial or UFO claims. Like witches, the witchy poos. Organizations in this context, alleged UFO abductions, they're not UFOs. Some people believe that extraterrestrial entities covertly implant humans for tracking or research. Yeah, it's called the military industrial complex. You know, they've got all those underground tunnels where they're doing stuff with little people. Manufacturers, these claims often revolve around mysterious unknown alien technologies without specific manufacturers being named. Then number 5, there's human experimentation allegations. Well, throughout history, there have been cases of an unethical human experimentation. For example, MK Ultra, by governments or private entities. Well, how about Hitler? All those gruesome experiments that he performed on the Jews. These are usually cited in conspiracy. It was no conspiracy theory. It actually happened. Chat saying, usually cited in conspiracy theories to support ideas of covert implanting, although evidence remains lacking. That is bull crap. I believe it was Michael Larson who filed a lawsuit because he and his son or daughter located the implants and had them removed, and there were numbers pointing to the military on these implants. Just saying. I don't know if I got that right. It's somebody. I saw the lawsuit. I read it. I saw what the implants look like. So in conclusion, while there are legitimate implants developed for medical and technical purposes, there is no verified evidence, bull crap, of large-scale covert implant programs. Claims surrounding covert implanting generally come from conspiracy theorists, fringe groups, or speculative narratives without documented proof. Okay, I've got the documented proof. It's the Freemasons. Yeah, it's the Freemasons. Let me just get into this phone. It's the Freemasons, private contractors, and Infraguard. Okay? So this is what mine look like. 1, 2, 3. 3 cuts. Here you go. And it was weeping for weeks. Weeping meaning it wasn't healing. It was not healing. It took a long time to heal. This is January 3rd. I'm sorry, 2023. And then now this says January 7, 2024. Well, it's been done to me 3 times already. Okay? So, anyway, I hope you enjoy that. And for those people out there that claim that they don't need to implant you anymore, well, they probably don't. If your food is being poisoned with graphene oxide or heavy metals, and if you take any kind of pharmaceuticals at all, they're already laced with heavy metals. Every one of the pharmaceuticals has heavy metals in them. That's fact. So anyway, this is Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Just to recoup, I asked Chat GPT, what person or organizations, military, engage in covertly implanting people, and who manufactures the implants and who buys them? And then I asked, where are the likely locations on the human body that a person is covertly implanted? Behind the ear, base of the skull, neck, hands, wrists, upper arm, sinus, cavity, and nose, and it could be exteriorly also. The thighs and the buttocks, and then I included the knees, the ankles. They definitely can do between the webs of your fingers. But if you know where your implants are, where you suspect they might be, please leave a comment down below. If you know of somebody that has had them or has had them removed, also please leave a comment down below. I look forward to your questions and comments. This is Lorraine signing off for now.